Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss our 13th chapter, that is sound. Okay, so in our surroundings, we used to hear a variety of sounds, isn't it or not? So, generally, we'll use means sound only helps us to communicate with each other, isn't it or not? So, how actually this sounds produces? How actually this sound produces, first we will see. Sound is produced by vibrations. How sounds will be produced? Sounds will be produced by vibrations. Actually, what is vibration? Vibration means to and fro motion of an object of an object about its mean position. So what is vibration? Vibrations are nothing but to and fro motion. Means if any object in its position, mean position means if it is situating in particular position, and to and fro, if it is moving front and back and again coming to its original position, that type of movement we will call it as to and fro motion of an object. So how actually the sound will be produced? By vibration. Sound is generally produced by vibrations. So to make you to understand clearly, see, for example, I am taking here rubber band here. So when we are doing it, see, it is vibrating or not? So when it is vibrated, then only you will be able to hear the sound. Okay, so nothing but this is vibration. See, these are fixed, this end and that end, these are fixed, isn't it or not? So again it is moving front and back and coming front and back, it is moving, means to and fro it is moving, and again it is coming to its original position or not? Yes. So this type of this type of movement will call it as vibrations. Okay, to and fro motion of an object about its mean position, about in a fixed position, if it is moving front and back, and again after some time if it is coming to its mean position, that type of motion we will call it as vibration. So when any body is producing some vibrations, then only we will able to hear the sound. If vibrations are not produced, then we are unable to hear the sound. Means in that case sound will not be produced. Okay, if vibrations are creating in any object, then only we can able to hear the sound. Okay children, so if in that activity also given in your book, so you can go through it, even you'll understand clearly. Okay, so here if we will see sound produced by musical instruments. Sound produced by musical instruments. Actually, what is the property of musical instruments? They'll produce sound, isn't it or not? Yes. So we will see in which instruments which object will be producing vibration. So first one in your book mentioned that string instruments. Can you tell me what are the string instruments? Yes, if we will talk about string instruments, what will come under those things? Guitar, violin, sitar, piano. So all this comes under string instruments. String instruments means you might have observed the strings will be there, isn't it or not? When we are vibrating those things, then only the sound will be produced in those instruments, isn't it or not? So what will be used? By plucking the strings only we are able to hear the sound. Means generally vibrations produced when we are plucking that strings, through that vibrations we are able to hear the sound. Okay, so which material will be used? Which material will be used in string instruments like guitar, violin, sitar? Strings will be used. And if you come to the wind instruments, can you tell me what are the wind instruments? Wind instruments are flute, trumpet, clarinet, etc. Okay, so these are some of the wind instruments. Wind instruments means which will produce sound with the help of the wind. Actually, they produce sound by vibrations of their air column. Okay, see, if you observe these instruments, now in between some holes type of structures will be there. Okay, so through that, the whatever air is made to vibrate by blowing across a hole. See, you observe holes now. So when this whatever air is passing through it, that air vibrates according to the, means the person who will blow the air, according to that the air will vibrate. So automatically music, means whatever music will be produced there. So these are some of the wind instruments. With the help of the air they produce the sound. And if you will see third type of instruments, percussion instruments. Percussion instruments. Examples for percussion instruments are tabla, gong, drums. Okay, so actually these instruments produce sound by vibrations of a stretched membrane. If you will see this tabla or something, see where they will beat, here upside they will beat with their hands or not. So when they are beating their beating that tabla or whatever with their hands now, so whatever membrane will be there now, this membrane will be started vibrating. So generally when vibrations are started, automatically sound will be produced. See, these are the percussion instruments. Clear, children? So these are some of the instruments, sound producing musical instruments like string, wind and percussion instruments. Okay, then how actually sound travels. Next topic is how sound travels. Actually, sound travel in the form of the waves. How the sound travels? The sound travels in the form of the waves. What is a wave? Wave is nothing but a disturbance. What is wave? A wave is disturbance that carries. A wave is a disturbance that carries energy. That carries energy. Only it carries the energy. See here. Without carrying the material with it. So what is wave? Actually waves are disturbance. For example, you take water with some in bucket or with some bowl. Okay, when you just put one small stone in the middle, do you observe the waves will be created now? So the waves are generally disturbance that carries energy. Material they will not carry with them, only they will carry energy with them. Okay, so how actually sound travels means, for example, here I am taking the tabla only. Okay, when the person beats this tabla or whatever it is, what happens when the person beats, this membrane will start vibrate or not? Yes, this membrane will start vibrate. So after vibrating, what happens? When this membrane starts vibrate, automatically waves will be constituted there. So these sound waves, okay, these sound waves are producing here. These sound waves carry sound energy and travel in the air. And travel in the air just like ripples in water. Ripples means, now we are telling water. When you create some disturbance in water, like waves, you will observe or not? Up and down waves you will observe or not? Yes, in the same way, after vibrating any instrument now, so after this one vibrated, it just transfers its sound energy into the air in the form of the waves. Okay, so after traveling in the air, automatically it will, when this waves reaches our ear, okay, let this ear. So when this one reaches our ear, then only we able to hear that sound. Clear? So in this way, the sound produces when the first object vibrates. Okay, when the object vibrates, that vibrations means that sound energy will be transferred into the air. Okay, in the air the sound travels in the form of the waves. When these waves reached into our ear, then only we are able to hear the sound. So in this way the sound travels. In air also sound will travel. Because of that reason only we are able to hear the sound. Clear? So this is about how sound travels. Okay, in the form of the waves, the sound travels from one object to another object. Clear, children? And next topic is sound needs a medium. Sound needs a medium for propagation. Sound needs a medium for propagation. See, means propagation means for traveling. Okay, so sound wants to be travel from here to there, means it requires a medium. Medium means either it requires solid one or liquid or air. Means for travelation, for propagation of sound, there should be a medium. For example, when I am beating this table, or when I am beating this table, sound is producing or not? Yes. So means if solid, either it should be a solid medium or liquid or air. As when I am speaking, where you are able to listen, means why you are able to listen that one? Why? Because air is acting like a medium there. Okay, whatever I am speaking from my mouth, those vibrations are changing into sound energy, and that waves will be traveled in the air and automatically it will reach your ear. Then only you are able to listen it. Okay, air is there. Air is acting like a medium there. Or for example, you put some, some activities given in your textbook, that some vacuum pump one. I cannot do those activities here. So once you read that activities, even liquids one we can do easily. So see that one key toys will be there na. Yes, key toys will be there na. Take one key toy and take one bucket of water, and after giving that key na, keep that toy in that bucket of water. See, when it is moving na, you are able to hear that sound from inside the water or not? Yes. Why? Because liquid also acts as a medium for the sound propagation. Even air, generally whatever we are speaking with each other, we are able to hear, means air is also acting like a medium for propagation. If you will see that astronauts who will go to space, like for example moon, whoever a scientist will go for moon, they are unable to listen to each other, even they are beside of each other. Why? Because air is not there on the moon. Okay, as air is not there, they are unable to listen. Why? Because no medium is there, no solid is there, no liquid, and even air is also not there in between of those two people. That's why they are unable to listen there. So here how we can tell that for propagation of sound, it should be either solid or should be there, or liquid medium should be there, or gaseous medium should be there. Even in your textbook, 3 activities given for liquids, solids and gases. You can go through it. If you will see the speed of sound in air, speed of sound in air, if you will see, it will be 332 meter per second. Means in air, how much fast the sound can travel? In 1 second, it can travel 332 meter per second. Okay. When we are talking about liquids, solids, liquids and gases, in solids the sound can travel very fastly compared to liquids and gases. For example, maybe you might have heard when we are going for railway station. Okay, if train is coming, even in air we cannot able to hear that train sound. But if you will keep your ear on the railway track and if you will observe, you might be experiencing the vibrations of the whatever train is coming now. Maybe that vibrations you can experience more faster than compared to air case. Means in solid all the particles will be very close to each other na. all the particles in solids, all the particles will be very close to each other, so easily the sound will be propagated from one particle to another particle very easily. In gas, what happens? The particles will be very far away. So from here to here, here to here, here to here, it takes more time compared to solids. In liquids, they are little bit far. So here when we are talking about solids, liquids and gases, in solids sound can travel very fastly, around 5000 meter per second. If you will see the speed of sound in solids, it will be 5000 meter per second. In liquids, if you will see, it will be around 1500 meter per second around. Okay, so if you will compare in gases, it will be 332 meter per second. So in which one the sound is traveling very fastly? Solids. In air, it is very less. Clear, children? So for propagation of sound, a medium should be required, whatever medium it will be, either solid, liquid or gas, but one medium should be required. Without medium, sound cannot propagate. Clear? So whatever topics we have covered today, just go through those topics and read the textbook thoroughly. Clear? Okay, thank you.